Hey, I'm back. Okay, it works. Finally. It took a really long time, and people that are gonna watch this afterwards, they will have no idea what just happened. Just to recap, the bot did not work to count the votes, but now the bot does work. Finally. Let's do this fast before it changes its mind. So, I just have to recreate these things though. And it's gonna be... I have to add all the options again. So I'm sorry if this is gonna take, again, a couple of seconds. While you're gonna vote on some stuff, I'm gonna do this for the other side too. Whoops. Also, I have the camera right in front of my face right now, which I do not like. It blocks my screen. Okay. And the next ones are these. I'm sorry guys, I know this is extremely boring. It's gonna get more exciting after, but I don't know what happened today with these computer stuff. Okay, I think I have everything in. Okay, I do have them in. Do you guys remember what was happening before? Before flying the flag? Katal, did you say there is no music? Do you want the music to be louder? Okay, my face was literally in the camera. I have to go back. Okay. There's no lights. Everything is going perfect today. Is it 13th of something? No, it's not. Okay. So, we're going back to the actual question stuff. Which was, again, which staging was your greatest wow? And remember, right now, you're only voting on that side. So you only vote from 1 to 8 for the first part. And here you go. Please work. That's all I need right now. Give me votes. Give me votes. We have votes. Okay, finally. Dude, this took a really long time. I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure this out. And I still don't know why it actually happened. It's just... I just know now it works. The votes are coming in. I'm not even gonna ask you if there is a lag. I'm just happy with the fact that this works. ES06109. You have to use exclamation mark in front of the word vote. And Vava, you need to put no space in between the exclamation mark and vote. And these are the last seconds of voting. We have the first results, thankfully. Okay. I'm not gonna tell you the results just in case you're new. I'm not telling you the results until someone gets eliminated. A lot of zeros here though. We had a very clear favorite in this one apparently. But someone is kind of a contender to this. Okay. So now I'm gonna ask the exact same question. The question now goes on the right side. So you're gonna vote from 9 to 16 on this one. And just because I think I've missed telling you how this works, in the beginning I'm gonna ask you all these questions. You're gonna vote for each side, so you have like equal chances for like the favorites not to fight against each other. And the amount of points that they're getting are actually the percentages of the votes. And we are gonna add those for every question, and then we will move into a knockout round where actually they go head to head, and whoever has the least amount of points from those two will get eliminated, and then we move on and you vote again between the two of them. It's gonna be fun. I'm just really annoyed right now for wasting all this time and not knowing why this did not work. I can tell you that on this one, it is a lot closer than it was on the other side. But at least we have votes. I can breathe again. I was having like a mini panic attack, but not anymore. I'm just gonna check to see if everyone is kind of voting correctly, so you don't think that you're voting without actually voting. Silvio Serrano, you have to use an exclamation mark in front of the word vote for this to work. You can only vote once, Katal. I mean, you can vote multiple times, but only the last vote is the one that's being taken into consideration. Cool, and we are done with this one. Let's add the results in. Here we don't have as many zeros as on the other side, which means a lot of people like a lot of stuff here. But I don't want to spoil the actual results, so I'm not going to tell you more. And this. Okay, so this was the first question. And we're going to move to the second question. I forgot to add a timer for this specific one. So guys, you have 1 minute to vote. I told you in the previous one before I closed it, but I'm not sure if the new people heard that. The second question, now going back to the left side, is which staging helped to transmit the message of the song better? Let's just correct this. Okay. So now you just have to tell me which one you think actually matches the song, so it's not just wild stuff on stage. You are voting again from 1 to 8. Once I tell you. Start voting now. You have a minute to vote. And then we're gonna see. I cannot believe this. Okay, no, it does work. It just needed extra time. Man. Okay, this live stream is gonna like give me some shockers. I feel like at the end of 1 hour and a half I'm gonna be all sweaty and angry if this does not work as it's supposed to be working. You still have 15 seconds to vote if you haven't voted yet. Don't forget, exclamation mark, vote, space, and a number from 1 to 8, because we're only voting on the left side. And the time is out. Let's see how you voted on this one. You had a clear favorite for this one too. But no zeros this time on this side. Okay, so at least everyone has some points. Same question now goes for the other side. So now you're gonna vote 9 to 16. Start voting now. Another 1 minute. And maybe now I have some time to actually read the chat also. See if everyone does this correctly, especially if you're new. I see Ergis or Ergis, I cannot pronounce the last name, Merksushi. You have to use exclamation mark in front of the word vote. But other than that, I see everyone knows how this works. Marco, you have to leave space between the word vote and the number, I think. I'm not sure, but I think you have to. And we still have 15 seconds to vote. You just need to see if the staging helps the message. And the time is done. And we have some points coming in. Almost everyone got points. One of them got 0. I'm not gonna tell you which one though. Next question, the third question. We are behind schedule with time-wise with the questions. The third question, and now it's gonna be on the left side, is, which is that for you. Which staging stood out the most in their respective year? So right now you're just thinking all of them, from which year they are, and how much they stood out compared to the stages from those years, not with each other. And you start voting 1 to 8 now. LC Mobile, Germany 2018 was not in top 16 votes on the Facebook group. This top 16 was picked, voted by people for like around 1 week, 2 weeks. I forgot how long I let you guys vote. I think it was like a week. So, still have time. The vote works perfectly right now. We're gonna count the votes. All the votes. Have 20 seconds left. WC, because I'm not gonna call you toilet. WC says, is it fair to call Australia 2019 staging? We couldn't even see the stage. Well, you know what we mean. This is like a very smarty question. And I think it is. I think it does count as staging. Okay. New points in. By the way, did any of you guys took part in the 2 weeks? No, I mean, any of you are new, like you haven't taken part in the 2 weeks ago one where we chose the best song. Did you see the results for those? What did you think about those results? And I mean the spreadsheet, but you can actually see how much everyone got. I was a bit surprised with a few of the songs in that situation. Now you're gonna vote for the same question for that side. I'm sorry, on YouTube world everything is on reverse. So on that side you're gonna vote 9 to 16, same question. Start voting now. So LC mobile, are you mobile or mobile? Are you like from Germany or like a language that says it mobile? That one, at least the first one that I did 2 weeks ago worked perfectly. We had no issues with the bot. But today it decided not to work with us, not to cooperate. Votes are going in. All the votes seem to be correct. Just want to be sure that all of you... I am from Germany, but the name is German. So it is mobile, it's not mobile. So it's LCE mobile. So World Sasuri, I see what you're saying there. All the questions are being phrased in such a way that for them to help. Like some of them used the LED, some of them did not, some of them brought their own things. It's gonna be fair for everyone. I thought of it a lot. So here we have the results for this one. And on this one we have some zeros too. Okay, done with this question. We're moving on to question number 4. By the way, there are going to be 7 questions in total. This is when All these can make up points. The fourth question, that's gonna go for the left side again, 1 to 8, is which staging is most original? And now you compare them to each other. So stages that maybe just broke the barriers of Eurovision, like something new that you haven't seen before maybe in Eurovision, or something that you've never seen before anywhere. Choose the one. All the votes seems to be correct right now. Alexandra, you would be surprised if you'd see the results. Not everything is always as obvious as I would think. Especially last week, definitely it wasn't. I'm sorry, Katal. Yes, Dustin the Turkey did not qualify in top 16. We are voting 1 to 8. 3 seconds left. Here we go. I have a bunch of zeros because someone decided to take a huge lead. And now we're gonna have the same question for the other side. Again, which one is most original? The idea being you haven't seen it before, or it's never been done before, stuff like that, or it's been copied afterwards. Elce, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you're correct. In that case, you are. Let's see how on this side everything is gonna go. I'm actually curious. Don't forget you're voting on originality. Most original. And you have 10 seconds left to vote. And the results are in. This side seems to be a little bit more competitive than the other side. It's a bit more exciting. Question number 5 now. Question number 5 is: which act took advantage of the stage features offered by the host? So these ones are stages that actually used what the host offered them to use for their acts. And you're gonna start voting on the left side, 1 to 8. Start voting now. Guys, please start voting after you see that message saying start voting now. Not literally when you listen to me, because we might not be synchronized. For trivia night, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a break just because it takes a lot of time to prepare it. So I kind of need like a little bit of extra time on Saturdays, but it's definitely coming back. I like trivia. Votes are coming in. It seems that everyone votes correctly, so the votes will be registered. Except for Mert Tokur, you have to leave a space between the word vote and the number. Mike is fine, probably at home right now. They're probably sleeping at this hour. It's like almost 1 a.m. Mert, you voted the exact same way. Okay, that time was correct. Okay, so Points are going in. Okay. Okay, this one is definitely a lot closer. This much. This much. And now the same question for the right side. Start voting now. If you see me moving my head a lot, it's just because, as I told you, the camera is right in front of me. I hate this, but I'm gonna change this next week. I'm not gonna keep doing this all the time. I need to see the screen. It's quite important. And for some very weird reflex, I'm still staring on top of my computer even though the camera is like here. This is like eye level. Checking the vote. We go from 9 to 16. Just in case you just joined. Votes are coming in. Gary, you said Jamala, but I saw your vote. You're trying to trick people. Hi, Duarte. And the time is done. For this one, we have no zeros. So at least one person thought about an act that matched this. We have a lot of ties in this one. Okay, we move on. Question number 6. Only 2 questions left. Then we're gonna go to the actual elimination round. Next question is, which staging told a better story even without listening to the song? So now, even if you ignore the song, which staging kind of had like a story to tell? It had like a beginning and an end. And first you're gonna vote on the left side, 1 to 8. Start voting now. Let's see what you guys think in this case. Something that even without listening to the song, you would kind of get a story. Votes are in. Duarte, you need to use exclamation mark in front of the word vote for this to register. And 20 more seconds. Someone said this is quite obvious, and I think you're right, based on your votes. Not sure how much I agree. Probably I kind of do. And the time is up. Here are the votes. A lot of ties here too. And we have zeros here also. And we're going to move on the right side. Same thing. Which staging told a better story, even if you ignore the song? Is it gonna be what I think you guys are gonna be voting for? I'm actually curious. Let's see. Bunch of votes. I think some people joined in because now we have more votes than in the beginning, which I mean is kind of obvious. A lot of people are gonna join during. Rally, we are only voting right now on the right side, so only 9 to 16. And you still have 10 more seconds to vote for. And the time is done. The points are in. We also have here acts with 0 votes. I'm gonna tell you again, guys, every time your last vote is the one that is being registered. So if you're voting multiple times, only your last vote is being counted. So you can change your mind if you want to change your mind. And the last question on this round where they're just trying to gather points. The question is, for which of these acts would you have liked to be on stage during the performance? It's like, which one, like, you watch that and you're like, I wish I was there. I would be so cool doing that. And we start on the left side, 1 to 8. Here we go. Freddy Fox, yes, the votes are coming from all over the world, actually. Yeah, and Friday, this is also a lot faster than that election. Right now, it started really badly, but right now it's going very smoothly. I hope I'm not talking too early. I hope this will not change. Cosmina, I agree. I also don't think I would have liked to do that specific thing. Well, first of all, I don't think I would, like, I couldn't be even the lady on the side that was just going right to left. And you have 5 more seconds to vote. And the points are in. Again, in this one we have some zeros. Some people don't want to do specific stuff. Some people definitely want to do some specific stuff. Also, if you hear a bunch of noises, it's just because there is a party in the apartment right next to me. So I'm not sure how loud that is for you guys. For me, it's extremely distracting. And we're gonna vote now on the right side. The same question. You go 9 to 16. Vote now. Same question. Which of these acts, for which of these acts would you like to have been on the stage, like to take part in? Votes are coming in. With a delay, I have to say, but it's not a delay from the video. I think the bot is kind of getting tired right now, but at least this is the last question on this round. From now on, everything is gonna get a lot simpler and X are gonna be kicked out of this. And you still have 10 more seconds to vote. Freddy, you can vote multiple times, but only your last vote is gonna be the one taken in consideration. So you can change your mind, but you will not vote for 2 of them. And we have these last results. Ooh, it's a bit surprising. I just saw some numbers for a specific one. I was not expecting that. And this was the first round. Now we're gonna change the things a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you in which way we're changing it. Those that were here last week, you know what's gonna happen. We are gonna move to the knockout round, which is gonna be an option between A and B. And the one that loses gets kicked out. The catch is, though, the catch is that all these points that we made during these questions are gonna be added to the percentages you're gonna get in this head-to-head. So that's why all this mattered, what you answered until now. As I said, your options this time are gonna be A or B. And let's move to that one. The first pair that's gonna compete against each other is going to be UK 2017 versus Estonia 2018. So in this case, you're just gonna vote A or B, not the numbers anymore. The numbers are gone. It's A or B all the time. Whoever loses gets kicked out starting from this point. Start voting now. For this one, you just pick your favorite staging. No question, nothing specifically. You just pick which one you like more. So, I saw someone saying has no idea. Freddy, was that you? Per G, you have to use the exclamation mark and the word vote in front of your vote. So you have to put exclamation mark vote A or B. Same with the other name that I don't know how to pronounce. And you have 10 more seconds. The results are pretty close. And time is done. I'm gonna add the results and I'm gonna tell you which one gets eliminated. Don't forget, to this result, it gets added everything from the previous rounds. And the first act that gets eliminated with 71.30 points is United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is out from the game. The next group that is fighting is going to be Armenia 2016 versus Australia 2019. Again, pick your favorites however you want. There is not a specific rule for how to pick it. I'm gonna tell you when to start voting. I keep forgetting to add the timer. Here, start voting now. A for Armenia 2016, B for Australia 2019. Whichever one you like more. Again, you have 1 minute. That I cannot pronounce the name. You have a red icon next to you. You have to write exclamation mark vote and then A or B. You cannot just write A or B because that will not work. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I see that now you wrote vote, but you need the exclamation mark in front of the word vote. You have 10 more seconds. Try to copy what the others are doing. And we have the results. This one got this many, this one got this many. And the one that gets eliminated with 61 points is going to be Surprise or not surprise? I don't know. Armenia 2016. I move on to the next group, which is going to be Ukraine 2009 versus Belgium 2015. Same rules apply. A or B. Start voting now. You like the crazy lady with the gladiators or the crazy dance with the white cubes? Either way, you're winning. To be honest, I like both of them in different ways. Don't vote for the song, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Like, don't vote the song. Vote the staging. Warsaw Suri, I approve. That red icon person, you still forget to add the exclamation mark. You have to add exclamation mark in front of the word vote. And ESE06109, if you vote for both, only the last vote is the one that gets registered. Time is done. And we have this much versus this much. And the one that gets eliminated with 58 points is Ukraine 2009. So Belgium 2015 goes through. The next group fighting is Sweden 2015 versus Turkey 2010. A or B, start voting now. I'm sorry if you guys are upset that Ukraine 2009 is out. That was actually my suggestion on the poll. So yeah, one of my favorites is out too. But this happened to me last time too, like my favorite song was eliminated pretty fast. So this one is gonna be a bit harder, I would guess, to vote for. Let me see how the results look like. Is it close? Oh, it is very close. And you have 10 more seconds to vote. And that's it. Let's see how you voted. And the one that gets eliminated with 128 points, which are the most points for an eliminated act up until now, is Turkey 2010. So Sweden 2015 goes through. Next group is Cyprus 2018 versus Russia 2016. This is gonna be interesting too. Start voting now. A or B. A lot of hair flip or 3D dancing, if that's what you call it. I don't know how you call that. Bunch of votes are in. Danny, we are voting for who's your favorite, not who you want to eliminate. You choose your favorite. And you have 20 more seconds. Petra, that's the way you're voting? Based on what I'm saying? I cannot read that, but I'm guessing it says Danielle. You can only vote once. So you can spam that, but it only counts as one. So this is for favorite staging. I keep saying that. Also, the title is pretty big. It says best staging. Don't vote for the song. So the results are in. Let's see who gets eliminated. Versus. And the one that gets eliminated with 87 points is Cyprus 2018. Russia 2016 goes through. And we move on to the next group, which is Sweden 2014 versus Iceland 2019. It's gonna be interesting. Like, do you go for very smooth, calm, or do you go for Iceland 2019? Here we go. Let's see. So said rest in peace, Fuego. Fuego had a pretty bad draw. It fell right next to Russia 2016. I'm sure it would have won against some others. It was just very unlucky on the random draw. You still have 30 seconds to vote. It's pretty close at this point. And 15 more seconds. World Sasuri, are you just trying to influence the others? I'm sure that you're aware that only one vote counts. You're trying to convince the others to go for yours. The time is done. I can tell you, because at this point it doesn't matter that much, this was literally a 50-50. And the one that gets eliminated with 69 points is Sweden 2014. Iceland 2019 goes through. On to the next group, which is Netherlands 2014 versus Sweden 2012. A or B, start voting now. Also, don't forget, A had the continuous movement of the camera, was a single shot, which was kind of interesting. But B had that really cool choreography. So now you have to choose, and it begins to snow. You have to pick based on that. Do you prefer the snow or the one-shot act, or whatever you call it? Staging? Camera movement? You vote for your favorite. It doesn't matter if it tells a story or if it doesn't tell a story. It's whichever one you like more. Staging, not song. We are only voting on the staging. It could be a really bad song if the staging is good. And the results are in. Very close, I have to say. And the one that gets eliminated, this one is one of the closest ones, with 108 points. The one that is eliminated is... Oh, I forgot how to count. Is the Netherlands 2014. So Loreen goes through. And the last one in this group is Ireland 2018 versus Ukraine 2016. The dancers versus the tree of life. Here we go. A or B? I'm sorry for those who are disappointed that Sweden was out in the previous one. Wait, no, the previous one was the Netherlands, so you're upset that Netherlands is out. I quite like the Netherlands thing, because I don't think there are other acts that had just a one simple movement act, like for the 3 minutes the camera never cut. So I thought that was pretty cool. I would have voted for it for the most original, to be honest. Not for Russia, because Russia kind of took inspiration from Sweden 2015. So if I were to vote back then on that question, I think I would have picked Netherlands 2014. So, oh, I see Dana. When did you join? I totally missed you. And the time is done. These are actually the points. The one that gets eliminated with 109 points is Ireland 2018. Jamala goes through. So at this point we're only left with 8 of the acts, and now everything is gonna get a little bit more interesting. And the first ones that are in the, whatever this is, quarterfinal, I'm guessing, are Estonia 2018 versus Australia 2019. Dresses for both of the ladies. Start voting. A or B? Start voting. Now. Let's see how this works. The votes are in. "30 seconds left to vote." I see this is quite split this time. Did you say Bon is here? Did you say Bon? I did not see Bon. Bon, are you in the chat? Am I missing you? Katal, are you just making me read through the entire chat? Five more seconds. And the vote is done. Here are the votes. And the one that gets eliminated. Sorry, what is happening here? These are not technical issues, don't worry. Everything works as planned. Totally nothing goes wrong. Okay, the one that gets eliminated with 150 points is Estonia 2018. Australia 2019 goes through. And we move on to the next vote, which is going to be Belgium 2015 versus Sweden 2015. Two 2015s this time. Start voting. Not yet. Start voting. Now. Don't forget, it's not about your favorite song, it is just about staging. Votes are coming in. "30 seconds left to vote." See, everyone is voting correctly. I'm not sure if there are new people, but even if you're new people, apparently you know how to vote based on the others. You can vote multiple times, but only the last vote is taken into consideration. So you cannot vote like a lot. I saw Bon now. Yes, Bon is here. And stop voting now. It's between A and B. This one got this much, and this one got this much. The one that gets eliminated is again, I forgot how to count. Belgium 2015 is out. Sweden 2015 goes through. And we're moving on to another one. The two fighting ones are Russia 2016. If I can find it. Versus Iceland 2019. A for Iceland 2019, B for Russia 2016. Start voting now. And votes are coming in. Yes, Bon, if you want, you can stick around after this is done. We're gonna have a game night. So you can just join us on Zoom if you want to play with us. Dana, you can tell him yourself. You don't have to ask me. You're like a child that says, "Mommy, please ask him to give me his toy." You can just talk straight to him. The time is almost done. And the results are in. And we have these results. And whoops, I hope that did not destroy your ears. The one that gets eliminated with 221 points is Iceland 2019. Russia 2016 goes through. And we move on to the last quarterfinal, which is Sweden 2012 versus Ukraine 2016. I'm gonna tell you when to start voting. Start voting now. A or B. A for Loreen, B for Jamala. But don't vote for the song, vote for the staging. Which stage did you like more? Loreen's or Jamala's? One of them is kind of pulling ahead a little bit. Tom A, you have to leave a space between the word vote and your option. Danny, you have to write the word vote. Yeah, I saw you did it the second time. Okay. 16 seconds left. And the results are in. The points are this one is a lot closer, to be honest. With 168 points, the act that gets eliminated is Tum Tum Tum. All this suspense. Is Sweden 2012. Loreen is out. Jamala is in. And we are gonna get that semifinal Russia 2016 versus Ukraine 2016, which, isn't it ironic? The first semifinal though, it's gonna happen between Australia 2019 versus Sweden 2015. A for Australia, B for Sweden. Start. Don't start yet, actually. One moment. Start voting now. Who's gonna survive this one? Vava says this is difficult. I wonder what Bon is gonna vote. Did Bon vote for this one yet? The votes are coming in. We still have 25 seconds. Bunch of votes are in. I have to say there's quite a difference right now. And we have results. This one is getting this much. And this one is getting this much. Which means that the one eliminated with 265 points is Sweden 2015. Australia is in the grand final. On the other side, we still have our duel between Russia 2016 versus Ukraine 2016. A for Ukraine, B for Russia. Start voting now. Who do you prefer this time? I think everyone was pretty clear in 2016 which song they liked more, but now it's about the staging. Which staging do you like more? A lot of votes are coming in. Pretty divisive. Still 20 more seconds to vote. Tom May just wants revenge for Maruv. Danny, you still have time to decide. 10 seconds exactly. And the results are in, and it's actually a little bit surprising to me. But let's see if this is actually enough, because it might not be enough. This one got this much. This one got this much. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. The one that gets eliminated with 258 points is Ukraine 2016. So the grand final is going to be Australia 2019 versus Russia 2016. A or B? This is the last vote of tonight. The vote starts now. A for Australia, B for Russia. This doesn't seem to be very close at this point. Alexandra, you have to make your best guess. The votes are coming in. You still have a little bit more than 20 seconds to vote. Replay ST, you have to write exclamation mark, vote, and A or B. And yeah, that's true. A is for Australia. B is for, I don't know, not even the song doesn't start with B. Stop voting. The last results are in. And these last results are saying that the one that gets eliminated with 412 points. So I have to tell you, these two gathered a bunch of points. But with 412 points, losing the final, I think this is a lot more than the finalists from a week ago. The one that loses is Sergey. Australia won for your vote, the favorite staging. I'm pretty sure this makes Bond very happy because Bond really likes this specific act. I have to tell you guys, this wasn't even that close. Australia was ahead of time. Like from the first question, Australia was just making points. It had a record number of points, 536. The previous week we didn't have anything close to this, if I remember correctly. The winners last week had 350. So this was 150 points more. So, oh, I'm sorry, Baravan, that you've missed it. It starts every Saturday on 4 p.m. It used to be 5 p.m., but now you guys change your time. And here we did not change time, so it's 1 hour earlier than before. I will share with you the results just like last week. I'm gonna post them both on the group on Facebook and on YouTube, like as a post. But I can tell you, if you're interested, I can tell you that until the very end, only from the head-to-head, only one time one act won in front of the other, but the other was eliminated because of the points. And that one happened with Russia 2016 and Ukraine 2016. Actually, Ukraine 2016 got more points than Russia, but Russia had more points gathered from the previous questions. Except for that, every time when you voted, the one that got fewer votes was also the one eliminated. So let me stick a little bit around with you guys on the chat, just because I feel so guilty for messing up the beginning of this. I don't know what happened and why the bot did not work. You can ask me some questions for like, let's say around 15 minutes we can do this. We are gonna have a game night after this. So whoever wants to join the group to play games, it's absolutely fine. Bon, you too. I did not see your answer because I keep missing you in the chat. I should probably move on YouTube to actually see people better. Okay, so Adli says it was expected. Dani says the same. To be honest, on the group, like when you guys voted, Sergey was ahead of Kate. So I kind of thought that maybe Sergey is gonna win, but during the questions, you voted a lot for Australia. Did Australia even make any zeros? No, at every single question, at least one person voted for Australia. The worst one for Australia was question number 5, which was... I'm curious which question was that one. On question number 5 was this one. Which act took advantage of the stage features offered by the host. So for this one, Australia made almost no points. But other than that... So, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. I'm sorry for being late. And I see, okay, so Bon, did you say, I have to ask you again, did you say that you are gonna join us in the game? Do you wanna join us in the game night? So, I see there are no actual real questions at this point, so we are gonna move to the game night. I told you before, if you wanna join, just join the group, and it's gonna be like a Zoom game thing. And yes, Bon, say yes, say yes, say yes. I don't think he listened to that song yet. He doesn't know it, Dana. He doesn't know the reference. So you can either send me a message on Facebook or probably on Instagram, although I haven't checked it to see if people did that. Okay, but you will join us. Okay, Bon. This is not gonna be on YouTube. This is gonna be on Zoom, so it's just for people that are joining the group. Silke is asking, do people know which songs are in competition before? Yes, you actually nominate them and you also vote for them, and I only pick the top 16. So you are picking top 16, and then in the live vote everything starts again from 0. That's why, for example, in the actual poll on Facebook, Sergey was number 1 and Kate was number 2, but here, because there are different people voting, Australia won over Sergey. This is how this works. Yes, Dana. I don't know yet which category that one would be. Also, people have to vote for it in order to get all the way here in top 16. Thank you guys for bearing with me, especially in the beginning of this, which was extremely annoying. But in the end, everything worked out. We do have a winner. I'm a bit surprised. I was actually expecting Sergey to win, but then again, last week I was also expecting someone else to win and it didn't happen. So I'm not a very good picker when it comes to this. I will see you next week, or you're gonna see me in another video this week, which will be... I will continue with 1960s in my videos. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a fun Saturday, because for you guys in Europe it's still very early. Have fun if you can go out. I'm not sure if you can go out. If you cannot go out, just join us and play some games. See you guys. Thanks for playing.